Sports Review London Boxing News for the capital city, here with former world champion Barry Jones. How are you, sir?
Yeah, very well. Very excited about tonight, of course.
Yeah, Barry, you cover a lot of Carl's fights before. How can you put into words the kind of atmospheres you've heard?
Literally, I've been to fights all around the world. You know, Hatton fights, Calzaghe fights. You know, real great atmospheres. But I got to tell you, I'm not just saying it because we're here. When I came to Belfast the first time, it was the best atmosphere I've ever experienced in a boxing arena. It was just something else. It was against Jeremy Parody.
Right.
It was electric, and I thought. And Steve Bunce has been saying it's the best boxing city in the world. And I said, well, you know, you're just saying that because you want to be everyone's friend, but you know, I wouldn't deny it. It was absolutely tremendous, and I'm expecting in this beautiful arena an even better atmosphere than before, if that's possible.
And how do you, what do you think of Strike Club Promotions and Barry McGuigan getting the backing of the government and the council and sponsors such as Rockstar Energy Drink for such an event?
Well, I think it shows a faith. It shows a faith in Frampton's ability, and I think the whole city and everyone involved just really believe that he can be a world champion, and also he'll pay that back by bringing revenue to the city. So they're invested in him as a business more than just a personal aspect, if you know what I mean. So I think you know, it just shows the commitment that they have and the belief, and they're right, because the kid's electric, and you know he always says, actually, ironically, since the first Martinez fight, that's when I really believed that he could have been a world champion. Before that, he just looked a good fighter to me, who was aggressive, but let's see him on the back foot. That's what I thought. Before I'm a little judgment. See him on the back foot, can he do the same? And he did. Against the first Martinez fight. And ironically, this is the chance now where he gets to fulfil his lifetime ambition against the same guy who for me, I was convinced me that he was going to be a world champion when he beat him the first time.
Definitely. And how would you rate Carl's chances tonight against Kiko Martinez?
It's an extremely dangerous fight. Just just because you've beat someone before, knocked someone out even, don't mean people sort of forget. You know, and I forgot originally how hard that fight was. I just remember Carl boxing really well, and Carl getting the knockout. But when you actually watch the fight, Carl was tiring in that fight. He was getting hit all the time with left hooks when he saw that right hook to the body. There was loads of things where you could see Martinez coming on top maybe later on in that fight. But saying that, I think Carl's for me a big favourite. I think he wins. I think he wins by 4 or 5 points in a very, very, very hard fight.
It's got the distance.
Yeah, I think it's going to go the distance.
Right,
I think Martinez is maybe not a better fighter, but a more confident fighter, because he's had 3 tremendous wins, with winning and defending the world title. So he's on a roll right now, and so is Carl Frampton. I think Carl's better than the last time. So it's going to be another great, grueling, hard fight. But I think Carl rolls away with maybe 116, 112, it's that sort of mark, which sounds about right to me, and I'd be over the moon with that.
Exactly that, Barry, yeah. And finally, do you think the last performance against Hugo Cazares, I mean, we covered that, and that was literally getting your footage back to the editing table, and we couldn't basically hear anything. All you could hear was the crowd. Was it the same for you commentating on that?
It's difficult, because you can barely, on Frampton nights, you can barely hear yourself talk. We remember we got the big cams on, it sort of insulates you if you like, but the noise is so electric. You're trying to mess around with the levels. We're doing level checks now, just before we've done this interview, and they're trying to get it right to prepare you for the electric atmosphere it's going to be. You try and not oversell it, but it's impossible to not oversell it, because it literally is like all the fights I've done this season, or last season, this year, 2014, I've just done some great fights. But in my mind, it's all been a prelude to this night for me.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
This is like one of my, for me as a new co-commentator, this is one of my highlights on my calendar for sure.
Superb. Well, Barry, I wish you a lovely evening, mate. And I hope everything goes well. Thank you for your time.
Come on, Cal.